Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I am here to talk to you about the Legecy Trilogy. So, the Legecy Trilogy was three worlds. If you watched the trilogy, then this is kind of like a recap of the trilogy, putting it all together, and there's some new stuff here. So if you watched it, this will add some more. But I'm just gonna give a brief summary of the trilogy before deep diving into the story. If you've not watched the videos, then spoilers. Just go watch the videos. First one's on my friend's Lightseeker 2007's channel. Link will be below, and the second one's on Tech Legends, and the third one's on mine. There's also a playlist I've made, I'm pretty sure, but you can also go check that out. But yeah, spoilers are done. So the Legecy Trilogy is a three-world series that just started off as me and my friends messing around. So yeah, the first world, Mystery & Co., we had no vision of the future. In every world, at the beginning, the story was just not there. We had a few ideas, especially in going to Elements Craft, because we all collectively agreed that was going to be lore heavy. That would be the story one. Mystery Co. was just messing around. And yeah, the story has evolved since then. Mystery Co. was hosted... we played Minecraft Bedrock for all three worlds, but it was hosted by Lightseeker. And it was a pretty fun world. We had us three, a few of our friends, but none of them really contributed to the lore, so that's why we don't get to talk about them. Funky Pen got a mention during his death, which the lore of Mystery Co. has changed a lot since we were doing it. When we were when we were actually acting it out, his death, I don't remember what it originally was, but it was something similar, but the Co-Town was being attacked. It was really stupid, but we had this demon invasion plan lore thing that we never really elaborated on, and was never brought up again, and is not canon. So yeah, Mystery Co. was that. Then one thing that me and my friends joke about all the time, so during Mystery & Co., after my death, Lightseeker and Tech Legend, Lightseeker started this sugarcane empire, very dumb plot, but Tech Legend and a few others started a revolution. DMFGC was a part of the revolution, but that whole thing was really stupid. But yeah, I guess behind the scenes, this is a behind the scenes episode. If you're wondering what lore is coming up, actually I should talk about next, after I talk about the end of Mystery & Co. So the only good thing that came from the Sugarcane War, that's what we call it, was Tech Legend got the Overkill achievement, and also the laughs. We joke about it a lot. About how Lightseeker, whenever we're playing survival together, whenever we see Sugarcane, we just go around the Sugarcane, and we just joke around now Lightseeker don't start a Sugarcane empire again. We joke around about that stuff all the time. And Me and Tech Legend were working on like a little thing. We didn't want, and Lightseeker, since he was the host, he was online when that was the only way we could be online if he was online. He wanted to come hang out with us, and then because we were his friends, he wanted to chill with us. But we wanted to do our own thing. We told him that a few times, but he wanted to come hang out with us, so we were like, so me and Tech Legend, we just like, we're like, okay, we don't want him over here, but he wants to come to us. He doesn't know where we are, so we're just like, we're at these random coordinates, both positives, I think, or what the actual, I think they were both positive, but like, then he went to those coordinates, and like, oh, actually, the X is negative, so he heads to that, then the Z was negative, actually negative, so he heads to those, and like, oh no, there's actually a few extra zeros, and we just kept doing that, and then eventually we just told him to stop, and the world file got pretty large after that, and many reasons we believe we had to stop pulling Mystery Code was because the world file was too big. We are not 100% sure about that, but we don't know. But shortly after that event, no one could join the world. Legecy was able to get on, but no one was able to join him. We don't know why, but that is the case. So after that, the last time we were able to join was building the railroad. We were expanding the railroad because we were able to join, so we just wanted to do something. But then, like, we stopped playing, we left the world, and we tried again after that. We were never able to join again. That was the final time we ever played Mr. Rinko. So, we all said our farewells and deleted the world. So yeah, that's the end of Mr. Rinko. So, one thing that was in, so, one thing we gotta talk about is Monkey Pen's revival. Because he died back in Mystery Cove, but he's back in the end during the dragon fight in Almascraft. So yeah. So he was revived by his sister, the Ender Dragon, in the Almascraft world. So yeah. So, fun fact, canonically, Funky Pen is my adopted brother. So yeah, that's, boom, he's adopted. Never really explicitly said in the story. But there, that's your lore. So yeah, after that, SMP happens. Nothing really much to talk about. Because all the lore that happened in history and SMP was actually revealed. But it was on the video on Tech Legend channel. Then Mystery. So we had the big finale of Day of the Storm, which we were fun fact. There is one fact about Lightland. So when Lightseeker's house was struck by lightning and was burned down, it wasn't actually struck by lightning, and not even Lightseeker knew this until like we were writing the script for that video. Me and Tech Legend burnt down the house as a little prank. I don't know why, but the main goal was like to bring him back. I think I'm not sure about that, but we were just messing around, I assume. So yeah, Lightseeker actually did move back and all that. Is there anything else to think? Oh yes, the fire gem that I get in the Nether in Mystery in Legecy. So that gem. So when I did the fire gem thing and the Phoenix stuff and the Mindscape, I was starting to plan out my Elements Craft lore. It wasn't called Elements Craft enough. We didn't have a name for it yet. Back then I don't think so. But at that point we were aware that we were gonna make another world after this. So I was just thinking in my head, what will I do for lore? And I wanted to be a wizard, and Lightseeker also wanted to be a wizard, and we wanted to hang out with each other for it. So before 1.18 come out, because the plan was when 1.18 came out, we were gonna play the world. We were gonna play Elements Craft. But so like during like they had experiment where you could play in the 1.18 stuff. So we found an amazing seed with that experiment. That seed was amazing. And we were just like building like our plans, which kind of appeared, which was translated into Mystery to Elements Craft via the Lush Hills with the Lush Hills with Lightseeker's floating island, which I'm building right now. As you can see, this is actually his tower. This is the same seed and stuff that I'm building it on. But his whole, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so we found this nice little village on the seed, the original world that before the actual update came out. In the experiment that so there was a village, and there was this giant cave, and it was along a mountain. I built my own tower in the mountain, but Lightseeker built a tower in this hole on a floating island. This hole, and like came out of the island about the hole bit. It had like a little entrance and everything. Yeah, that was I still have that world actually, so maybe I'll show y'all that soon. But yeah, but that world didn't come true. So yeah, in Elements Craft, the lore behind it, Elements Craft. So everything that happened in Elements Craft, the video thing, which yeah, so the Elements Craft video, nothing was cut out in the lore that we've written. So while we were playing the world, all three, well, not Mystery Co, Legecy and Elements Craft, we were documenting the story, like everything that's going on. So like we had this whole document, which does have our real names in it, and so I don't know, but like we had the lore that was like the original, like just like lore. So yeah, and then we wrote the scripts we used that to write our scripts. But Mystery Code we did not write during that time, so we just wrote like what pretty much is today. what we wanted to have, because Mystery Co. That world was just to have fun. We weren't really doing lore. Like, when we were doing lore, it was just for fun. We weren't really doing a story or anything. We didn't really. So yeah. The thing is, back in Legecy, let me go back. When we start referencing, like when we start with the cipher and stuff, that's when we start seeing that we're gonna end this world soon. Like you could see, like especially when we get to the dreamscape, like that point. Like no, back when the prophecy, when that's when we were certain that we were ending the world. So yeah, and then in Elements Craft, fun fact about Elements Craft. When the fortress fell, Funky Pen actually did not show up for it because there's no one really to be on his side. It's pretty much going to be like a 4v1. We were already playing the lore, and we were like, please come on, because we didn't want to reveal like what the lore was. We weren't gonna tell him like we'll go easy on you, but like he never really showed up. So we decided to blow it up, like how we planned. And yeah. So yeah. The Judgment Day. So we had this building, a McDonald's, pretty much. It was our version of McDonald's called McDarrell's, which, fun fact about Daryl. So back in Mystery Co, we had this nitwit. Or was it Legecy P? No, it was Legecy P. We had a little villager thing by Spawn. Never really did much, but we had a nitwit named Daryl. He is famous now. But between us, like we named him Daryl, and yeah, Daryl became very important. But Daryl is actually a name for one of my characters in my story that I'll be talking about soon. I don't know when, but soon. But we're running out of footage. Okay. So the building's over. I guess we can. So I guess I gotta wrap things up now. So yeah, we had this McDonald's, which is pretty much McDonald's, our version of McDonald's structure in Colonizia, and we surrounded it completely obsidian before we blew up the place, because that was Tech Legend's one request. But we blew it up, but we forgot to cover the underside with obsidian, so it was just this obsidian shell at the end, with the insides gone. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this inside of the Legecy Trilogy. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to go check out the Legecy Trilogy if you're not already, and subscribe to Tech Legend, Legecy 2007, and myself included. And I'll see y'all next time.